Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So, today we are starting in on our next planet, which is going to be kind of based off of Northern California and then up into the Pac Northwest. So, giant temperate rainforest, lots of deciduous trees. Um, Maybe somewhat similar environment to, was it Cambrian era? Like pre dinosaurs, um, lots of bugs, that kind of thing. Should be fun. And I think we're gonna start off pretty simple because I'm still working out what exactly the look is gonna be. I think we're gonna start with a ruined military spacecraft, and I don't often do military spacecraft, but this world I think is gonna be they will be applicable. So let's see what we get to. I'm gonna open up a second blender too, and I'm gonna start with our spacecraft generator. I think. Do I still have it open? Seth modified spaceship generator. There it is. Down save. This will let us sort of make something that will fit without having to set too much of our design language immediately up front. So we can kind of ease into it a little bit. Because like I know I want trees and that kind of stuff, but I'm not sure entirely what everything's going to look like. Detail level of 1. Drop that down. What does that do? Makes our details bigger, which I kind of like actually. That's general seed, some number. Yeah, not into that one yet. That looks too much like the other thing. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's not bad. That's even better. Kind of like that. That feels like that could work for us. I don't like to think too often, to like go through too many options. Sometimes on these things, you can get paralysis of analysis where you just endlessly cycle trying to find the best thing instead of working with something. And I like this. This looks pretty good. I'm going to say detail level of 4. Can't remember how high up it goes. Can't remember if it's 4 or 5. Let's try 4. Looks good. And I think it's going to export it rather than moving it across as an OBJ selection only. And we're going to move it to, we don't have a folder yet, do we? Yep, we got to start a new folder. New folder. 001. I don't know what the name of this is going to be. We're going to call it Unsettled. It's our project for right now. And in Unsettled, new folder, 260824. Crashed. I don't know, it's a shuttle ship carrier, troop carrier. Troop transport. Crash troop transport. Ship. Export wave. Project. Cool. And then we'll check, just make sure it imports properly. It. Yeah, cool. There we go. I think I'm just going to close this one so we don't have to save it. Don't save. That will be the starting point of our ship. And it's probably going to look all messed up materials. Yeah, it's not too bad, actually. But I kind of dig it. Let's check our scale. I have no idea how big it is. It's just a form right now. But let's grab our dude. Our ship is huge. I'm going to scale it down until it's about that, I think. That feels good. Oh, we can put like a ramp down the back. Beautiful. I even liked it didn't throw too many engines on this one. Rotation and scale. Save. So it's going to be pretty big, but not huge. And we'll try to do some more mods to it too. Let's edit it. Great. Then C3. Let's see. Did I get everything? Okay. Great. I'm going to separate that by selection. Cool. And then I'm going to clean the mesh. Did that really get us anything? No, it doesn't really seem like it did. Well, maybe it did a little. Let's see. I don't need all these vertices here. Ooh, do I not need those vertices? So get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. That's all much better. Cool. All these can even go this to one. Merge at center. Or not cursor. Center. There we go. Do we have extras? What we got here on the bottom? We don't need that. Get rid of it entirely. And get rid of that entirely. We're going to ruin it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Although I might want to keep a clean one just in case. That feels pretty good. We wouldn't want to go all the way across the back like that. Even though it does. So can we add a... to this side? KXC to there. Okay, cool. Then I'm just going to take these, separate them, and actually move them and join them back to our ship like that. Okay, so there's our our ramp for exiting. Deployment ramp. I'm liking it. Okay. Now we gotta save this thing. It doesn't have this. We saved the file, but not this one yet. Crash troop transport. Okay, it has been saved. Now, I want to give it like a cockpit, I think, in the front still. cockpits. I think I'm gonna go with this one. And it's huge right now. We'll have to fix it, but let's take this and get this out of our way. Cockpit. And scale it down. That feels kind of cool. Down a little bit just to hide those windows. That feels cool. Into it. Excuse me. Can be a little bit more explicit with the weaponry on this time. Like I don't mind actually throwing a bit on there because again, military ship, we can be a little more that direction than I normally go with, and that's fine. Let's bring these blasters in here. RY90, yeah. And then bring it down so it lines up more like that. I think maybe bring it back a little bit too. Just line it to like that. Mirror on the center thing. Cool. I'm going to come here and edit this thing, and I'm just going to grab that. And it's not mirrored right now, so get rid of those. Cool. Let me actually take this down a little bit, I think. Line up more in the center. That's fun. Cool. Let's do the same over on the side. The antennas, actually, kind of just like that weapon. We might just duplicate it. Shift D, GX. Rotate it so it lines up kind of more like that. Back in more. Something like that. How do we feel about that? That looks pretty cool. I'm gonna again edit this. That side. And this side. And plus, 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 plus. Get rid of all that. Cool. Feeling good about it. Maybe give it a turret on the top even. Some kind of Star Warsian sort of vibe. I like this one. Scale it down. And bring it up. If you keep it that far back, I think maybe we do. what these things are. Interesting. There's more to it than that. Okay. Let's just take that down. Need more railgun. It's getting more railgun. Hey, Void. Just gotta kind of. What does this whole thing look like? There's not much to it. It's just kind of a bunch of gunk. Just gonna actually. Actually, let's take it off to the side. Yeah, I'm into that. It's just, I'm going to mirror this ship now. Make sure it's symmetrical. There we go. Save. Okay. Yeah, troop transport. It's not too armed because, you know, it's not really a warship. I mean, like, it's a military vessel, but it's not an attack craft. It's a troop transport. So as Pelicans go, it's not bad. Kind of into that. I think I'm gonna let's materialize it now. To again what it would look like before we screw it up. We're gonna mess with it a bunch, but let's give it that. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, I'm into that color. What's materials on this thing look like? That's weaponry. This thing. Plates and paint. That. Yes. Engine lights. Is that the glowy part? I think that might be the glowy part. We'll leave that alone for right now. Metal scratched. Let's try this other paint. That's kind of fun. Sure. Plates and paint UV. Yeah. Actually, I think it can just be the same color. Not a lot of variation in color to military ships usually. Cables. We're going to go with. Let's try this. Let's see what we get. Sure, I'm into that. This is what? Super foil? Okay. Sure. I know why we have red, but I don't actually hate it, so let's keep it. Weapons. Again, I might just go with paint. We may have to change it, but let's see. Oh, it just keeps making multiple different copies of it, doesn't it? I don't really want to do that. Okay. So I'll stick this. Let's see. Nah, it's fine. It's all right. We might tweak to it later, but let's see. Lights engine. Yeah. I'm going to make that metal dirt because this thing is not going to be lit. And I think look. All that's going to be metal dirt. Yeah. And I think that red is also going to be metal dirt. Yeah, all that's going to be metal dirt. Definitely this is going to be paint 3. Cool. And we can leave those red panels there. I kind of like them. Save. So there's our crash troop transport. And I think we'll almost let it be. This is lights. Okay, that's fine. We can make lights just a color. Let's go with red. We're going to turn it off later for the unworking one, obviously, because it's been crashed for 50 odd years. But that one, in case we ever want to use this going forward, looking pretty good. And then this is trim. We're going to make trim. I don't know. One. Sure. Yeah, I like that. Slightly lighter. Okay. File, save. Copy, yes. This is just troop transport, new. Okay, so we saved troop transport new, but we are still in our crashed one, which is where we want to be. So the first thing I think we're going to do on our crash one is just blow the back panel. Delete it. Gone. We're going to need to edit some stuff on the inside here, I think, to cut stuff apart. Okay. L. Sharp. UV. Any of these going to give me anything? Normal. Normal actually worked. Cool. Great. Boy, howdy. It's going to make sure we don't delete anything that shows up in the exterior necessarily anyway. Are we still on mirror? I think we are. Yes. Now it's on. Okay, all that can go. We're not going to come up inside it, so I don't have to worry too much. I just want to make sure it looks like you could kind of go up inside it. See, that's all that. We don't want that. We want that, that. All that's still inside. Cool. I'm going to join this, I think, first. Now, let's turn off our dude. A object, convert to mesh, join it all together and mirror it again. and make sure that our mirror is turned on. And take a look. Still looks okay. Cool. So now we can come through and edit and actually edit the whole thing. Stripping out the inside. And if it adds a few holes, I don't care because it's going to be ruined. So, like, it's not that big a deal. But okay, all that can go. That's starting to get to a point where I'm like, all right, that's fine. There's no solidity on this thing at all, which maybe we want to grab that. That's probably enough, actually. And that looked like it worked. Didn't mess up the exterior. Gave us some solidity. Okay, cool. It did mess it up a little bit, but not bad. One. Got all these like floating things here. If we care too much, we're gonna need to fix this, but I don't know that we do. We just got like weird floating vertices everywhere. They're hard to see. They also don't do much, so. No, it's fine. We're gonna leave them alone. And take a look. Alrighty. So the first thing we're gonna do, I think, is save. Edit. Select all of our glass. I think we're just gonna delete it. Okay. Then our chairs may not work well for us. Let's see. This is all stuff that was built in for the cockpit, but we've kind of squished it around, and this is not actually, because there's supposed to be, you know, space back there. So just get rid of it. We're not going to focus too much on what the inside of here looks like, and we'll probably might even put some trees and stuff in there just to get rid of it. Moss everywhere. Moss is your friend. Okay. There's my lights. And strength of 0. So it's going to make them dark. Look, yeah, lights are gone. Now we need to screw up this material a fair amount. Couple ways we can do it. Let's go look and see what he's done for his paint, because I haven't actually looked at this thing. Metal paint 3. Select. Is that everything? No. assign everything, all the metal paints to the same one. And let's see. No, don't delete. Don't do that. Remove unused slots. Okay, cool. Cool, yes. Same thing. Edit again. Select metal dirt one. Just a little bit there. I duplicated it, yeah. Metal dirt, assign. Tab out. And I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. Cool. Metal paint 3, we got a lot. Select, 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 select. Yeah. Assign. I just want to make it so it does not have the duplicates as we start dealing with things. I think that's better. I don't see duplicates on it. Cool. So now metal paint 3, edit. Good, it's really simple. That always makes me happy. Okay. Cool. So the first thing we're going to do is add just a blank cube to grab another material so we can edit it later. And we're going to grab this and apply to it. That gives us these things. I'm just going to grab, I think, this whole material and then just probably paste it out. Copy that, come into metal paint 3, and paste it here. And I probably should just grab everything too, shouldn't I? In fact, let's do that. Grab everything. Paste it back. Okay. So that sets that. We can look and the sheeting. It might actually be better to use the new sheeting. I kind of like theirs better. But this stuff, this is our metal paint. I'm going to replace the sheeting Corellian gray, I think, here with that. Yeah. Cool. And then I'm just going to get rid of all this. So we'll just keep mostly metal, the Corellian. But we're going to go with that green instead. And let's see what that looks like as our starting point. Yes, that adds a lot more edge wear to everything. Control A, rotation, scale. Everything is going to set scale correctly. Cool. That's definitely better. And distance, we can make it more. Extend up our edge wear just to like crazy amounts. I don't know why it's not doing this one. This, let's just double check make sure we're on the same materials. We should be. Metal paint 3, also metal paint 3. All right. Let's look and see. Face orientation, make sure it's correct. No, it is. Good. Okay, edgeware. Let's go look and see what that looks like. Come on. What the hell? Just looking at. No, I want you to go into this. I don't want you to change that. I just want to edit that. Okay. So if we move this back, okay, so that's what gives it to us. Let's see. That's better. I see. Still don't understand why that panel is doing so much more work than the other one. Because it shouldn't be. It should be the same. Huh. Based on the normal. As soon as, because it's, okay. I'm just trying to figure what's causing this. Because that should be the same sort of thing, but it's really working well on the one and not on the other. I wonder, okay, go like that. Let's see. And first off, yeah, okay. P by loose parts. Make everything its individual part. Okay. Now, rotation scale. All transforms. No, still not doing it. Because this is all, it's not UV'd. Betcha that's it. I'm just going to come back to before we separate them all. Cool. Smart UV project, unwrap. Yep, not UV'd. That'll do it. Okay, now we're good. That actually looks kind of cool. Kind of into that. Now we can decide if we want to readjust this any more or less. Takes it to way, that's just how far we want to leave paint on it. That feels pretty good to me. There's our edgeware, our dirt. Sure, that looks okay. I'm gonna again grab this whole thing and go to red. Red is just that color. Okay, fine. That's pretty straightforward then. delete that. And there we go. Just to keep them, might as well search RGB, or sorry, just color. Input constant color, red. Great. Mix to color, 100% value. Right. It mostly got rid of it all anyway, but or we could just go straight. Let's see which one we prefer. If it makes a difference. That's very bright. I actually think I like the other one better. Let's just go straight and keep it real subtle. Yeah. Okay. Save. I'm going to brighten things up a little bit just so we can see it better. Exposure 8.5, maybe even 8. Yeah. That's looking cool. We need to do the same for the other color, green. I'm just going to, again, grab this whole thing. And metal paint 1. Like that stuff. Delete the color. Place this with that. Delete that. Okay, tab. That's plates. Okay, we need that one too. I think plates are just going to make metal paint 1. Yeah. Come out. Just kind of fucked it up. Cool. Save. We have deeply fucked this thing up. Cool. That's what we wanted to do. Now let's come in and sculpt it. And we're just going to grab it. And we're going to... Huh? Are there any... Okay, so that moved. Let's see. Mask, clear mask, just to make sure there's nothing there. So stretch the is mirrored on this side. That's right. Let's apply our mirroring. Okay, yes. Now we should be able to, yeah, warp that. It's gonna like twist it up. That in. Let's just kind of just mess it. I might even just rip some of these off in a minute, but right now we're just gonna like bend. Cool. Object mode, edit. Let's see. LP section. I don't want to delete it yet because we might keep it off to the side. I'm just going to move it. Cursor. I'm going to join it back. Cool. And I don't care if it goes under the ground or not, because that's kind of fine. And then same with this one. Are we all in separate parts? Did I separate it all? Oops. Guess I did. Let's join it all back. Okay. Cool. Edit again. I think I'm just going to delete this entire piece. Cool. Just kind of fuck it up a little bit. We haven't messed it up too much, but that might be okay. Let's throw a ground plane in here now so we can kind of see where we're going on it. Mesh, circle, radius of 100. It's a pretty big area, but my computer can handle it, so let's do it. Okay. Quad remesh it to 500. Delete the original. Move, new collection, ground. And we can just sculpt it a little bit. Let's go to that and blast that down like that. It's going to adjust up anyway. Let's just add a little bit, and then we can grab bring it down a little bit. I don't want our whole ship buried. Okay. That's a good starting point, I think. New planet. Yes. Hey, Michael. Add a modifier, terrain, terrainer base. Cool. Nice. Got a hole in our backside. Yeah, that's looking good. Could even adjust it down some more to show it a little more. Could be fun. I'm going to apply our terrain. I like it. Indeed. Sculpt. We can just drag that down there. And just because I feel like being a little different today, let's actually do some like mesh sculpting. So just dragging stuff around. I don't know why. It's pretty much the same thing, but some scars of ground there. Oh man, that's all good. I don't expect anyone to necessarily interact with me. I get that even when you're watching, sometimes it's background, and that's cool. I mean, I do that too. Okay, I like it. Let's save. Come out of sculpt mode back into object mode. Now I want to go grab us some trees, some big old trees. And I think we're going to use PF to B, Plant Factory to Blender. Plant Factory is awesome. If you haven't used it, it's a freebie, totally free plant generator. It used to cost money and they stopped developing it. And they're like, well, if we're not developing it anymore, we might as well just allow it. And category is coniferous. And we want to grab, I wish there's a way to search for just a word. I haven't found that yet. Sequoia, giant sequoia. Yes, presets. We need a couple different ones. I'm going to grab the big ones first. Quantity, I want 4. Import plant. This will import 4 plants. Yes. It's going to think for a second because it has to start Plant Factory, I believe. Yeah. There we go. Plant Factory is opening up. And this is just a script that drives Plant Factory, which is cool. So it'll generate 4 different unique sequoias of the maximum height and bring them into Blender. And it does a pretty good job. I think 4 will be enough variance. Cool. And we now have 4 sequoia trees. Cool. So let's take this. We're going to come back and do some more too, but geoscatter, emit from that. We're going to scatter. I never know which one to use. There are supposed to be like there's like a tree one, I think, but I'm kind of okay with this random. Like these are forest. Sure, let's try forest cluster, see what it does. Selection from the viewport. I don't know. Just try it. Scatter objects. I'm going to turn off my import one now. Whew, that's a lot of trees. Distribution, instances per meter, 0.1, 0.01. That's not bad. Let's take it a little smaller. 0.003. That looks okay. For our giant ones anyway. And then we will weight paint on this. Okay. And I'm going to call it crash path. And we will cull that out of here. Great. So no big sequoias in our crash path. Cool. Now, turn back on import again. And I'm going to hide all those. We're going to, once again, and we want to grab, oh, good, it kept us there. 2.5 meters, 20 meters. Well, we're going to go with 2.5, which is, that's just a stump, isn't it? Yeah. Well, those are kind of cool. These are more than I knew I had. Nice. Look at all these different variants. 18 meters. Let's go with that one. And we're going to generate 4 of that as well. This one put 4 plants. Yes. And again, Black Factory comes up, does its thing. Thinks for a second. Great. And then grab these 4. And geoscatter. Again, forest cluster seems fine. We'll just adjust it. Okay. And first we want it to have ecosystem, a repulsion from the first one, minimum distance of 4 meters, maybe 10 meters. Yeah. Cool. Then we're going to cut down our count a lot. I think I might want it a little more than that. I'm okay with that, but let's change our minimal distance to 20. It's going to cut it mostly down, but yeah. Cool. And then we want an upward obstruction. We need to move this to move, new collection, obstructions. And then here, move, obstruction, a new collection, crash. And we'll move crash into obstructions just to keep it organized. And our ground, we want, this is going to be, or rename it to new growth and old growth. And new growth, we want an upward obstruction of obstructions. Why do I still have ships growing through my thing? Oh, I don't. That's just my import folder. There we go. Cool. So we have no old growth in our crash path. We have new growth in our crash path, which we want. Yes. Kind of burn. We could try for some stumps. Let's see if we have such a thing. I want a couple of small ones too. I'll just grab those as well. And they're not big, so we might as well use them. Import plant. Oh, I want to, before I do that, cancel. Turn this back on. Turn off all those. Now import plant. And that's new growth. Scattered again. We'll do the same tweak. This is saplings. Culling mask, upward obstruction, obstructions. I'm going to repulse from old growth 20 meters. I'm not going to repulse from new growth because it's not big enough to have blocked anything yet. Maybe not 20 meters. Let's go 15 on these. It's a bit bigger. That feels kind of cool. Maybe not even 15. Let's take 10. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if it's, you know, realistically accurate, but it looks cool. So we're gonna do it. And now we have a whole bunch of sequoia trees. Going up in this area. Now I'm going to add some more stuff. I want a biome scatter. Gonna have to edit this one, but I know I want it. Okay, we're gonna go to where are we? Pine biomes. This is where I want to get some undergrowth. I don't really want the trees. I just want the other stuff. I think this one. Fine. Go away. So I'm going to turn off these ones just so we can see the ground. I know we don't want tall trees. I'm just going to delete them. Dead trees. Dead trees I don't hate. I'll keep them. I want this whole thing. Upward obstruction. Obstructions. Cool. Dead trees is all right. Fallen trees. Also not bad, but I kind of want them a little further away from that guy. So fallen trees, we're going to have a proximity, repel, what was it called? I mean, I could just do all of them, but for right now, minimum of 10. Great. And I actually want to have a ecosystem repulsion from saplings of minimum of, I'm going to say 10. That cuts a lot of them out. Maybe not quite that much. 8. Okay, let's bring saplings back and see. Yeah, maybe even just 5. I just don't want them crashing into our trees too much. That's better. I'm into that. Okay, big branches. Also okay. Not bad on its own. No notes. Bushes. Again, no notes. Dead grass. No notes. Grass. Cool. Grass and dead grass. I think I actually want to move. Group to selected. New base biome. Yes, because I don't mind them going under our ship. So we're going to call it grass and ground cover. And we're going to call this, I don't know, forest debris. Cool. And we can turn back on new growth and old growth. And it's starting to look cooler. I don't think we're done yet, though. I want a bit more. I want lots of plants this time. So I'm going to turn off old and new and forest debris, I think. Keep the sort of the more ground ones. Saplings, I want to see where they're at. That's good. Okay, I want another biome. And I think I want one of our jungle ones. The ground ones. Preferably one with a lot of, yes, ferns. Let's do, I think jungle ground 6 will look good. Are you putting it in forest debris? Okay. Group into ground cover. That's better. I'd rather it be there. Okay. And we got twigs. I'm only going to set them in our crash area just to cut it, make it easier on us. Crash path, because I don't want them going far enough. Ground cover. Good. I'm going to turn off. Come on. Grass dead. And grass. Okay. Honestly, I think ground cover may do the same thing. Call it to vertex group. Fern gully, yeah. Crash path. In the crash path. Cool. Because beyond that, it's going to be covered up anyway. Dead leaves, we are going to get rid of. There are no leaves. So Goodbye. We'll let those be there. Keep those as well. I feel like that's looking pretty good. Let's see what it looks like. No trees, but see what the undergrowth looks like. I don't have a ground material either yet. Let's do that. If we can see what the heck we're looking at. And okay, we've UV'd it. And I think I might just go with something fairly simple, like dirt neo grass. Now let's take a look. That should look way better. Yes, it does. Okay, and then we can see if we come back up, turn on forest debris. I'm just gonna push it a little bit. Let's see. These are not high poly. Much better. Okay. Doing pretty good. I do want to turn off all these now. Just want old growth. Let's see what that looks like again. Actually, you might want to. I just want it a little thicker. No. Need a few more trees. And I think what I also need is actually, I'm okay with it on this side. E. Oh. Come here. Turn off geoscatter. Just the ground. Make sure I'm on the edge. Yeah, I am. Okay. That worked. I got one weird one there, but whatever. Just get rid of that. Go away. Go away, face. Okay, cool. And I don't really need probably, but just to give it a bit more space to do things with. And I want to make sure that that is not part of remove from crash path. Because now, yes, it should put trees back there too. I want some trees on the backside. Over there. Yeah. And maybe we'll just take now I want some of my tallest trees. Yes. And new collection, placed trees. Put it here. There. There. I might as well just grab the last one too. Did I move this one? I can't remember. Yes, I did. Okay. So that just kind of helps block that back path now. Is anyone floating above there? Yeah, he is. He come down. Okay. Cool. Now we turn off. Where are we? This dude, just come up to him. Yeah. Turn off the import. That should be a lot better. Where's my... Come to me. Let's set ourselves up a camera. And there's one more thing I want to do. This doesn't mean the last thing I will do, but there's one more thing I know I want to do. Let's set ourselves up there. Photographer. Again. Our usual. 35 looks good to me. Resolution. Panel wide. Oh, we need to take our camera sensor. Clip end 250. There we go. That pushes it back more. Take a look. Come on. Right. Okay, yeah, we're getting there. We want to do now another geoscatter on a different object, in this case, this thing. And we want to save just because. Open our biomes, and we want moss. Where are my moss ones? Let's go. Sorry, I'm just gonna go off screen. See what I'm looking at. Moss species. There we go. Moss biome mix. Go big, sure. $5 million instances. Yes, I know. This moss one is really heavy. I'm just gonna get rid of the leaves. I wonder if I can do an upward obstruction to hide it from the inside. Let's see. There's so much inside now. I haven't tried that in a while. Can you obstruct something on itself? Let's see. Does it work? It doesn't look like it works. I might just have to suffer. instance per meter. I'm just going to cut that down to like 50. I don't need a lot. That'll make our life way better. Pi wart instances again, like 50. Moss species 1. Can we cut it in half? We've already seen what it's looked like. Let's see what it looks like at 100. I don't need a ton. I just want some on there. Blachnum. I don't have any of those already. Cool. It's way better. Still a lot. I don't want to obstruct our ship to the point we can't see what it is anymore. Covered branches, I want to make sure it's only going on the top. So let's start doing a little bit of ecosysteming. Or abiotic, rather, sorry. Slope. Yeah. And no absolute. Only vertical slope. Okay. I'm going to do the same with the pi wart. Yeah, it's making a lot of difference, but let's see. And the Blachnum. That's cooler. As long as you can still see the metal in it, I'm okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm down with that. I think we need to make ourselves a sun. I don't think we're quite bright enough yet. Just drop out for right now. Do I have everything turned on? I can't remember. No, I do not. Okay. Shift A, light, sun. Doesn't matter where it is, but just so I can deal with it better, let's put it more back over here. And it's going to come in. Come on, go away. Let's just turn off geoscatter in general. Why? Let's try that with a strength of 5. It's going to be quite bright, but we'll see. 5 might be a little high. Let's go with 3. And yeah. Save. Turn back on geoscatter. Look at our first camera. Aren't we glad we set that up? Okay. Still not maybe bright enough. Okay, so I'm going to come to this bad boy because this is what's going to slow us down right now. It's just this biome here. So we turn that off for right now. It looks fine. So we can get some like dappled light going across. That's actually pretty good. We'll go back up to 5. And I think we're going to need to turn our other stuff on to see. We want grass. We want our ground cover now just to see what that's going to look like. Yeah, pretty cool. Still too much, too close to that. Okay. I don't necessarily hate that. It's gonna be a pain in my ass to move around. But no, that's looking pretty good. Photographer. Let me go down to like 7. Just make it brighter. I don't have a sky yet, too. We should give it a sky. And we're not going to do a weird color sky. It's going to be a normal Earth sky on this planet so that I can pick different skies, because that just gets to be a pain in the ass after a while. So on the grounds that I just want to be able to have multiple skies, we're not going to make them weird. I'll bring it down so you guys can see what we're picking. Come on. Maybe. I'll hide my taskbar so I can see it. Hide taskbar for right now. Cool. Go away. Okay, there we go. Good. JPEG, come on. Let's see. These are all kind of cool. Anything later in the day, earlier in the day? I think we want earlier in the day. We want it bright. I'm going to say 10:53 looks good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's rotate it. $60. See if it makes a difference. Mm-hmm. 20. Not worrying too much if it matches our sun. I think it's going to be kind of obscured enough that we'll be okay. I just want it to be bright. 180. So far, 60 is my favorite. I'm just going to look through these and we're going to stop. Yeah, 240 gives us some nice light. That's not bad. I like 300 too. Let's try just to see 270. Somewhere in the middle of those two. Yeah, let's do 270. All righty. I think we're good, folks. I'm going to tweak it just a little bit more, I think, before I render, but there's not really anything else to see. I think we're going to call this one done in quotes and move on to something else tomorrow. I just got to like clear our camera view up a little bit and some dumb stuff like that. Nothing big. Um, yeah. So we have started our new planet. We haven't really shown a lot yet, but hopefully this will be an interesting first scene to sort of establish some interest. And we'll be back tomorrow to do some more, maybe like actual human designy type stuff. Um, Thanks for hanging out with me. Always appreciated. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. All right, folks. Take care.